I told him, listen, maybe I'll come back to take the class. And he goes, in the meantime, would you like to watch a video about Dianetics? I said, sure, why not? So he took me to another room, hooked up a television, and I watched just an unbelievably fun movie, about 25 minutes long, where they describe what Dianetics is. Now, in the movie, there's a guy who gets in a horrible car wreck, okay? And in the ambulance, while the guy's lying there, one paramedic tells the other paramedic that he broke up with his girlfriend because life is too short. So the very next scene, the guy's all better, and he's out with his girlfriend and nearly gets into a car accident. That apparently triggers him to break up with his girlfriend and use the exact same words the paramedic did. And any time in the movie he hears an ambulance, he gets stressed out. So what they're trying to say is that if you have a bad experience, all of a sudden you're going to start repeating the bad things that happened during that experience, and it's going to make you just say things that aren't really in your mind in the first place.
Oh, it's like a Pavlov situation.
That's right. That's where Dianetics comes in. That's where through their 10-step process, you can get rid of those bad memories so you're not all of a sudden saying stuff you don't mean because you've been triggered by something in the past. Now, there's 10 different steps, and I'm not going to bore you with them. Basically, you sit in a room and you talk to someone, and you basically go back to a memory that is not super painful to talk about, but just slightly painful. So you close your eyes, and you're almost in a state of a trance, and you keep telling the story over and over and over until you've told it so many times with enough detail where you feel good about the story. And then at the very end, the auditor says the word canceled, which I guess means that it's that nothing that you said in the session is going to screw with your head. Either way, the best part of the video is at the very end where they talk about how screaming or yelling or any kind of loud noise during an accident could trigger bad memories. So they had an example of a pregnancy, and there was a woman giving birth, and in the room with the doctors was a sign that said, "No screaming, please." And as the baby was being delivered, one of the doctors turned to the other doctors and did the shh. And then there was a scene where a kid fell off of his bike and screwed up his knee, and the dad came running over. When a crowd came running over, the dad turned to the crowd and went, shh. Because apparently noise would trigger some bad memories in your head. So I had had enough at this point. I knew that there was no further that I could go with the Church of Scientology without having to pay a bunch of money or without having to sign a contract. So at that point, I left the church for the final time and never saw them again.
Yes, indeed. So you decided that Scientology, for you personally, was not the right path.
For me personally, is not the right path. I felt intimidated by the contract. That's one thing that set me out. Listen, are there good people in the Church of Scientology? Yeah, I met a couple people who seemed like normal guys. Is it something that I would do? No, it just does not seem like if you've got to sign away all those kind of rights and pay $5,000 to have a lifetime membership. I have a feeling I can get my fulfillment with a free church, but you know, some people are into that. Who knows? But as for me, listen, if you want to see the other side of it, you know, you can always go to Scientology.org. If you want to learn what they want to tell you about Scientology, go there. If you want to learn about the other side of it, there's Xenu.net. Make the decision for yourself.
And who knows? Maybe Rich's situation with the contract was an isolated one, and that's not the case. Everyone that comes in.
I choose to join the Galactic Confederation.
And people bitching about Adolfo answering the phone and hanging up on people, I apologize, but he has been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. He was in Midtown Manhattan today.
Right.
Hunting up with a sign for the Today Show. Everyone has their sides on this issue, and we appreciate everyone for listening and supporting the Touch of a Rich show, which is the only religion you need.